Hi, my name's Julie Marandino, and I'm here to explain the Shibboleth Hot Challenge. The Shibboleth Hot Challenge is an official Shibboleth challenge that you can do with a group, or you can do it on your own on a weekly basis. I'm going to show you, first of all, how we sign up for the challenge if this does happen to be an official Shibboleth challenge week, and then I'll explain the challenge to you. So let me share my screen. And we're going to go to the Shibboleth website, myshibboleth.com. There's my friend Zach and Allison. Hey, you guys. You're going to go right up here to the top and click on the orange challenge tab. Once you click on that orange challenge tab, all your group challenges are going to be shown. There's some that are currently going on, the Top Gun Challenge. And then, of course, you have our upcoming Shibboleth Hot Challenges that we'll be doing as a group, as a Shibboleth group. When you are able to accept this challenge, you'll see a little green action button there that will say accept, but it won't be acceptable until the week prior to the week of the challenge. So this challenge will start Monday, August 1st. So you'll be able to join the Monday prior to that. And as I'm recording this, it's before that time. So you can't accept the challenge right now. But once you click on Shibboleth Hot, if you're just interested in learning a little bit about it, will be joining us the weeks of August 1st and August 8th for this official Shibboleth Hot Challenge. And when I mean official, that means that if you complete the challenge with only one or no holidays, you will earn the Shibboleth Hot badge. If you do it kind of just on your own, you can take the information and just do the meal plans and the options and the rules as follows. But you won't earn a Shibboleth Hot badge unless it's an official Shibboleth challenge, like we're doing the weeks of August 1st and August 8th. Once you accept the challenge, then you will see links here and the group challenge page to the meal options and to also the this video, and a link to take you straight to the Shibboleth support Facebook group. So let me switch here and go to our challenge rules and meal options. So when we're doing Shibboleth Hot, first of all, we want you to take a front view and side view progress picture. Now that's for your eyes only. No one ever has to see that, but you will be able to take pictures before the week starts and when the week ends, or if you're doing the 2 weeks, you can do it at the end of the second week. And you'll be able to see amazing progress pictures. We want you to weigh and measure yourself. And you're going to see the chart. There is a chart, meaning in your journal, where you'll enter in your weight and all your measurements. And in your myshibboleth.com journal, it does tell you specifically where you enter your weight, where to take those measurements. So make sure that you go in and you are taking your measurements, because as everyone knows, we burn fat. So sometimes we lose inches and not necessarily pounds. So I want you guys to really take those measurements and compare those, especially if you're noticing any plateaus. It's very important. You're going to journal everything daily in our Facebook support group called The Real Skinny. Now, if you'll notice, some of these words are underlined. Well, they're hyperlinked. So if you'll notice, when I went over that, the hyperlink came up, and you can click that and it'll take you right to the Real Skinny Facebook group, and you can ask to join that by clicking here. Of course, I'm already a member, or if you want to invite people, you can do that too. Or you also can just take the address in the web browser up top, copy paste that and send it to your friend, and then they can ask to join themselves. So that being said, with our Shibboleth Hot rules, we have hyperlinks, which is great. You're going to journal every day in the Real Skinny. It's our Facebook support group again. You're going to take photos of your meals and post them at the end of the day, explaining your 3 eating episodes, because with Shibboleth Hot, we get 3 eating episodes. And you also want to make sure that you're journaling in your myshibboleth.com journal as well. If you don't journal, it's going to automatically tap you out because it's going to assume you had a holiday. So don't get tapped out because you didn't journal in your myshibboleth.com journal as well during the week of the challenge. You will get or allowed one holiday each week, and that is optional. You can just not have any holidays, and that's great, but you are allowed one for the week to be able to complete the challenge and earn the badge. We want you to drink a half a gallon to a gallon of water each day. Now, don't stress if this is your first challenge or you've just joined Shibboleth and you're joining this challenge with us. If you are just starting to work your way up to that 64 to 128 ounces, that's fine. Just we want you to get started. And by maybe the end of the first week or second week, you're up to that 64 to 128 ounces. And I must add, that's wet water, not anything you've added to the water. Maybe you could add lemon juice, that would be fine, but no crystal lights or anything like that count as this portion of your water. So you at least want to get that 64 ounces in. And then if you want to begin to add additives to your water, that's fine after that. But let's get 64 ounces of wet water in for each day. We're going to have, again, 3 eating episodes or 3 meals a day, spacing them out by 4 to 6 hours. And you can skip a meal. If you prefer to just have 2 meals for the day, that's fine. It's not a problem. You can, of course, when you're looking at the meal options, it's not broken down like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's by, you're going to have this twice a day and this once a day. You can have them in any order that you prefer. And we'll go over that when we go through the meal options. We also would like for you, obviously, to eat only from the challenge meal options provided. You can use a 6 to 8 inch portion plate like we all do on Shibboleth. You can use your 2-hand rule, or you can follow the portion amount provided with the recipes, depending on which day you're picking. There are no snacks in Shibboleth Hot. You do get to have an extra, and you can have freebies if you want. Now, I'm going to go over the freebies in a second, but our extras per day is one and only one of these. And again, guess what? They're hyperlinked. So you can have one health-wise soup or one health-wise high protein fruit drink. And if you guys are wondering what that is, let's click on it and take a look. So this hyperlink is going to take you straight to the Shibboleth store where you'll be able to look at what these items are and add them to your cart and purchase these items prior to us beginning our challenge. So I'm doing this well ahead of the first week, I think about 10 days before. So you guys should have plenty of time to get in your orders if you want to participate in some of these extra special things that are available at the Shibboleth store. So I've provided those hyperlinks in this and also the meal options. So it will take you to the recipes. It will take you to any other kind of item that might be available in the Shibboleth store. Another choice for extra is one cocoa ringa or one bio coffee or one health-wise hot chocolate. Not all 3, not pick 2, just one. Also, only one of these 5 lines in the extras can be used per day, not one on each line. Okay, so one extra, which would be a choice of all of these things, up to 4 Scandinavian fiber crisp breads, 1 piece of Choco Right treats, or a quarter of the Chocolat Crunch Bar, dark chocolate or milk chocolate. Those are the only choices, but anyway. You also could have a side salad of category 2 vegetables with 3 tablespoons of Walden Farm 0-calorie dressings. Again, these are all hyperlinked, so guess where it's going to take you? Straight to the Shibboleth store if you want to grab some of those Walden Farm dressings, and you can pick your flavor. And as you'll notice, there's these little numbers out to the right. That's how many they have in stock. So if you really want that creamy bacon, there's only one left, so you might want to hurry up and get that one on order. Also for our freebies. Now, freebies are only if you think you're going to cheat, quit, or die. And you have to promise me that you drank a glass of water and you waited 5 minutes and you still think you're going to cheat, quit, or die. Then you can have these freebies. Up to 5 pickles, 1 cup of raw baby carrots, celery, or cucumbers, egg whites, sugar-free Jello, AHS chicken bouillon, or half to 1 cup of sauerkraut or kimchi, which is great for gut health. So again, those are freebies, and you can pick 1 or 2 of those, but let's try to keep it down to less is best, okay? When you're making your meals, if you're making a combination, which you'll see in just a second when we go over the meal options, if you're using your combinations or a recipe that doesn't already have condiments included, you can't add condiments to meal replacements. But if you are doing a combination, you are able to use 0 to 50 calorie condiments when needed or when allowed. And most Shibboleth members know when we're able to have those condiments. If there's a condiment already in a recipe, you can't add more condiments. If you're making a meal replacement, you can't add condiments. So if you're making a combination on your own or a recipe that doesn't have condiments included, you can grab those condiments and use those. Beverages, water, of course, coffee. Of course, you can have any 15 calories of approved coffee creamer in said coffee, unsweet tea, diet soda, Crystal Light, or any 0 calorie drinks. You can participate in a Spark if you have that daily, or a Celsius, or any of the approved energy type drinks that are in the Shibboleth library, food library, anything 5 to 10 calories. There also the Plexus pink drink is allowed, but this doesn't count as your water. So don't count that as your water. And if you use anything different and you're not sure, please message us. You can use the chat feature on the website, or you can just look up in the food library and see if your specific drink is approved. And I want you to take a multivitamin every day. Any type of multivitamin is fine with me. There are several that I use. I just would maybe stay away from the gummies because they have sugar in them, but you can have it if that's what you've got. So let's get into our squares, our bingo squares. It's not really called bingo. We're going to call it that for now. So I'm just going to go over each square. This might take a little minute, but you'll get an idea of what it is that you can have, and maybe I'll answer any questions that you might have. So our first day is called Ciao. It's Italian. So we're going to be able to eat the easy breakfast pizza ×1 for 1 meal or 1 eating episode. And then we'll be able to have Travis spaghetti 2 times that day. So there's 3, your breakfast pizza, and 2 portions of Travis spaghetti at each eating episode, or 1 of the pizza and 1 Travis spaghetti, and then another Travis spaghetti again every 4 to 6 hours. We want to keep that timing correctly, and we want to make sure that we're following the portions in the recipes. So guess what? They're hyperlinked. Let's click on Travis spaghetti and see how much Travis spaghetti we can have as a portion. Well, Travis spaghetti is a -2 on the weight loss meter. And going through this recipe, you're going to follow the recipe as explained. One thing that I will say, because I've noticed a lot of people ask about the Travis spaghetti, what if they can't find the Explore Cuisine pasta? Well, look, our Explore Cuisine pasta is a category 1 and a category 2. So if you can find something that fits the same categories, then you can substitute that. And this recipe says the serving size is up to 1.5 cups. So what we're going to do with this recipe is we're going to follow the recipe portion for our meals. So we're going to have up to 1.5 cups of Travis spaghetti. You can also read the serving notes below. It already has the condiment in it, so we can't add any more condiments. And if you just have 1 cup, you may have 1 slice of garlic toast made from category 2 bread with 0-calorie butter spray and garlic if you'd like. So that is how we're going to follow the recipes when we are utilizing these squares that have recipes in them. tuna up or chicken out. You can use, again, these recipes are linked here. If you click on tuna salad, it's going to take you to the tuna salad recipe. You can have Debbie's So Good chicken salad, Cleo's chicken salad, or cream cheese ranch chicken salad on category 2 bread or a bed of lettuce twice. And then your third eating episode would be an egg white omelet. Now, this is one where it maybe looks like you're going to have that egg white omelet as dinner or your third eating episode, but you could have your egg white omelet as your first eating episode and then have the chicken salad or tuna salad for your second or third eating episode. So you can mix them up and have them in different order. Our third square is hemp day. So you can have a category 2 salad with or without 2 to 3 tablespoons of hemp flakes or hemp hearts and approved dressing one time. And 2 times you can have a third of a hemp bar. Hardcore, 4 to 6 ounces fish or chicken breast with half to 1 cup of category 2 veggies 3 times. And you guys know how we cook, what we use: MCT, ghee, chicken broth, 0-calorie spray. You guys know how to cook your fish and your chicken. You can grill it. You know how to do your veggies. You can do that too. That's how hardcore works. Rapid weight loss: 2 to 6 ounces of boar's head or Dietz and Watson deli meat on an approved wrap times 2. And then your third eating episode could be a combination of a 7 plus 2, 1 plus 2, or 4 plus 2. Now, the times 1 means you have it one time. Then your other eating episodes, you'd have your boar's head or Dietz and Watson deli meat on an approved wrap. Now, that is a combination. Either of these combinations on this day, you can add condiments, because I'm telling you to have the boar's head and Dietz and Watson deli wrap. And then, of course, you could add condiments to that, because I haven't specified a condiment, so you can get to choose if you'd like to have a condiment on that. Use your 0 to 50 calorie condiments only. And then again, with your combinations, your 7 plus 2, 1 plus 2, or 4 plus 2, you can add 0 to 50 calories of condiments to that. You also can look in the recipe library. Generally speaking, your -2 to -3 weight loss meter recipes are 7 plus 2, 1 plus 2, and 4 plus 2. Okay, so you can make recipes that fall underneath these categories, but just like the Travis spaghetti, if it's a 1 plus 2 plus C, it already has the condiment built in, so don't add any more condiments. So you can make your own combination, or you can follow a recipe that falls underneath those combinations. Excellent day. Excellent day is 2 whole eggs with 2 slices of Shibboleth brown bread, or any -3 on the weight loss meter bread with or without 1 slice of fat-free cheese times 3. So 3 eating episodes, you're going to have all 3 things. Health-wise, you can have Health-wise hot chocolate with bio coffee, or 1 to 2 packages of Health-wise oatmeal, or 1 to 2 packages of AHS pancakes times 2. So you would pick a combination of one of those 3 things and eat that 2 times during the day. And then, of course, your third eating episode, or first or second, depending on when you want to have it, would be a 7 plus 2, 1 plus 2, or 4 plus 2. Again, following the rules of the condiments, don't forget. Peanut butter and jelly day, or PB&J day. You can do 1 to 2 tablespoons of nuts and more peanut butter on an approved wrap, or 2 slices of category 2 bread with or without sugar-free jelly 3 times. Or you can do it 2 times, and your third eating episode is a 7 plus 2 or a 1 plus 2. Now you'll notice there's no 4 plus 2 in this third episode, only 7 or 1 plus 2. Moo and Cluck, 1 cup of Oikos 000 or 1 cup of low-fat cottage cheese with up to 1 to 2 tablespoons of hemp flakes, not the hearts, and a palmful of berries 1 time. And then you can have egg white omelet 2 times that day. There are many egg white omelet recipes in the Shibboleth recipe library. So if you are interested in doing any of those egg white omelets, you're more than welcome to do those or make up your own. That is, a 1 and a 2. Power Quest or Power Bar Quest. You can have a Power Crunch bar or a Quest bar or cookie or Shibboleth wafer or protein bars 2 times, and then your 7 plus 2, 1 plus 2, or 4 plus 2 time. Cheesy goodness. We all love this day. This is a great day. You can have 3 to 4 slices of fat-free cheese with 2 slices of category 2 bread or 1 category tortilla, think quesadilla, times 2. You also could substitute for that fat-free cheese slices with 1 cup of fat-free shredded cheeses. And if you have a different type of cheese that you use that's Shibboleth approved, just go to the library and look up what your portion would be in a meal, for a meal, not a snack or a condiment, but find out what portion you can have in that specific cheese. So when I went to look for the Kraft fat-free mozzarella cheese to substitute for the slices, I just looked it up in the food library and it said 1 cup was a meal portion. So I used 1 cup of the fat-free Kraft shredded mozzarella or cheddar, or half a cup of mozzarella, half a cup of cheddar. As long as you're just getting 1 cup, that's it, because that's the meal portion for that. Chip Palooza. Oh, wait. Third eating episode on cheesy goodness. A 7 and a 2, a 1 and a 2, or a 4 and a 2. Chip Palooza. Now, this is a fun day because if you're craving chips, you can have 1 to 2 bags of Double Bites, Tasty Bites, Quest chips, or the high protein crinkles 2 times a day, or 2 eating episodes. You can have 1 to 2 bags for 2 eating episodes, and then you can have a 7 plus 2, 1 plus 2, or 4 plus 2 as your third eating episode. Day, and I'm not talking M&Ms, I'm talking Mighty Muffins. And I love to see in the group, in the Real Skinny, the pictures of how people make their Mighty Muffins. And this is why we post our pictures, is because everybody gets great ideas. People make their Mighty Muffins as just a muffin. They make them as waffles. They make them as pancakes. They make them all different kinds of ways. But just remember, only add your 0-calorie condiments to a meal replacement, to a Mighty Muffin. Okay, so if you're making Mighty Muffin waffles or Mighty Muffin cookies or Mighty Muffin muffins or Mighty Muffin mini muffins or Mighty Muffin waffles or pancakes, make sure that the condiment that you're using is a 0-calorie condiment, which Walden Farms has syrups and caramels and all different things that I see people use. So make sure about that. So you can have a Mighty Muffin for 2 eating episodes, and your third eating episode is a 7 and a 2, 1 and a 2, or 4 and a 2. Get unstuffed. 1 cup of unstuffed cabbage rolls times 3. Or if you want to have it times 2 for 2 eating episodes, your third eating episode could be a 7 and a 2, a 1 and a 2, or a 4 and a 2. And again, voila, when you press these little buttons, they go right to the recipe library. It's so cool. This is a new thing that we've done, so we love it. It's going to make it so much easier for everybody to get to where we need to get to, because then we won't have everybody asking, well, where do I find that recipe? You just click that right there and you'll be able to go right to it. Perfect pairing day, a half a grapefruit, small apple, or 1 cup of berries with 3 to 6 ounces of egg whites 2 times, and then your third eating episode is a 7 and a 2, 1 and a 2, or 4 and a 2 times 1. Now, don't worry, we've got more. There's 30 something different options here. So plus a wow day. So you can pick any wow challenge. We'll go over that in a second. The next square is beans and greens. 1 cup of category 6 beans. Now be careful. Some peas and beans are category 3s. Make sure you look up your beans. It can be dried beans, it could be bagged beans, it could be canned beans, frozen beans. Just make sure you're looking those beans up to make sure they're category 6s, with a half to 1 cup of greens times 2. So greens, cabbage, spinach, collards, lettuce, greens, okay? Oatmeal pie day. Oh, And after you do the beans and greens times 2, you can have a 7 and a 1 or a 1 and a 2. There's no 4 there. There's no 4 plus 2, so pay attention to that one, okay? Oatmeal pie day, the Finaflex Kimmy pies. I call them Kimmy pies because she loves those things, Kimmy Danky. So you can have a half an oatmeal pie with 1 scoop of or 1 package of Healthwise hot chocolate for 2 eating episodes. And of course, your third eating episode would be one of the 3 combos there. Dairy Queen Day, up to 1 pint of Halo Top, Arctic Zero or Chili Cow times 2, and no bread on this day, which means your third eating episode cannot have bread. You also can't have a 4. So you can have a 7 and a 2 and a 1 plus 2, but don't be pulling in those wraps or breads with your third eating episode if you're having that whole pint of Halo Top, Arctic Zero, or Chili Cow. And you don't have to eat the whole thing. Most people do. You also can pick the 290 calorie strawberry versus the 360 calorie chocolate brownie. Less is best, of course, but you can pick either one of those and have the whole pint if you want. It's part of the Dairy Queen Day. A wow challenge, any wow challenge in the My Shibboleth website. And I've just noticed a mistake, which I'll fix before I post this. You follow the wow challenge as instructed. Don't pay attention to that. You're not going to be able to have that unless your wow challenge tells you you can have that. So sorry about that. I just copied that wrong, and I will take that out. So when you actually open this up and you have the documentation, once it's in the challenge group, that will be gone. So I can't catch everything, y'all. Sorry. I had to like completely redo this about 12 times to get it to fit in this space so we could have it all on 2 pages. So anyway, I apologize about that. The next square, stay in or go out. What does that mean? Well, you're just going to do 3 combinations for all 3 eating episodes. And if you go out, obviously that's a 4 plus 2. Or if you stay in and you use a 4, like a chicken thigh or a 93% ground beef, it's a 4, that's fine. Or if you go out and you have chicken breast at a restaurant, that's a 4. But stay in or go out is 3 combinations. Don't forget you can have your condiments times 3 for 3 eating episodes. 2 more rows, guys. And we've added some things here, so I'm so excited. The AHS day, you can have 1 package of AHS pancakes with 6 ounces egg whites or Fairlife fat-free milk. And that is 6 ounces of either one of those. So 6 ounces of egg whites or 6 ounces of the fat-free Fairlife milk. Of course, if you use the Kroger Carb Master milk, that's fine too. It just wouldn't all fit on there. So you can have that one time. So probably that's breakfast, but it can be dinner if you want it to be. It doesn't matter. So that's your first eating episode. And then your second and third eating episodes would be 1 package of AHS mac and cheese or fettuccine with 2 to 4 ounces of a category 1 or category 7 2 times. Right up my alley. You can have 2 scoops of ump or 2 scoops of Choco Right protein powder 3 times, or you can have 1 scoop of ump or Choco Right protein powder with a Bio Coffee or a Cocoa Ringa times 3. So if you're not incorporating the Bio Coffee and Cocoa Ringa into your shake, you can use 2 scoops of the protein powder. But if you are incorporating the Bio Coffee or Cocoa Ringa, you only use 1 scoop. So there you go. Cheeseburger. Our first eating episode, or one of our eating episodes for cheeseburger. Cheeseburger is 1 egg and cheese biscuit. That's a recipe. Yes, it is. If you click on it, it takes you right to the egg and cheese biscuit recipe. You can have that once for 1 eating episode. And then your other 2 eating episodes can be either the cheeseburger pie recipe or the cheeseburger casserole recipe. And it has to be these 2. So follow those links, and those are your recipes for that day. The Olay day, 3 chicken soft tacos. Follow your restaurant guidelines, or you can make them if you have your own chicken and you want to make chicken soft tacos. Go right for it. So 3 chicken soft tacos, either at home or at a restaurant. Make sure you're following the restaurant rules. That link will take you to the restaurant rules. Or you could have Tex-Mex egg whites, and that would be one eating episode, and you choose one or the other. And then episode 2 and 3 would be the fat burning enchiladas. And I just found another boo-boo that I need to fix. I need to link that recipe right there for fat burning enchiladas. So that'll also be taken care of when you pull up this document, once you accept the challenge and you're able to do that. All cracked up. Slow cooker cracked chicken on one approved tortilla or with a category 2 veggie for 2 eating episodes. And your third eating episode would be any approved shake or meal replacement bar that's -2 or -3 on the weight loss meter. You can find those in the food library. The last row, and then we'll be done, is Domino's Pizza. You can order the deluxe 12-inch Pacific veggie or Philly cheesesteak, 12 inches thin crust pizza. You're going to click that because guess where it takes you? To the restaurant guidelines, and it'll tell you how to eat it. You can have that twice, and then please make a notation that your third eating episode is only a 7+2 or a 1+2. That's your third eating episode. No 4 +2 on that day. Chick-fil-A, you can have 12 grilled or 8 fried nuggets with a side salad. Again, please follow those restaurant guidelines. You can have that 2 times, and then of course your 7+2, 1+2 combination 1 time that day. Cracker Barrel, grilled chicken, lemon pepper grilled rainbow trout, or grilled sirloin steak with category 2 veggies. Again, please click that and it'll take you to restaurant guidelines, and it'll give you a little bit more information about how to eat that and make it Shibboleth approved 2 times. And you can also then have a 7 and a 2, 1 and a 2 for your third eating episode. Ooh, I put up 1, I put 3. Go for gold. These two are new. Go for gold. Grab the gold bar with 8 ounces of fat-free Fairlife or Kroger Carb Master milk, or you could have it with a Healthwise hot chocolate. So grab the gold bar, 8 ounces of milk, or grab the gold bar and a Healthwise hot chocolate. You can have it hot. You can make it cold. Some people have been making it frosty because it's hot. Shibboleth hot. We like the frosty. So you can make it like frosty, and you can have that 2 times as your eating episode. And then, of course, your combinations for your third 7+2, 1+2, or 4+2. And last but not least, Pop-Tart Day. No, not the regular old Pop-Tarts, the legendary Foods Tasty Pastry with or without 8 ounces of fat-free Fairlife milk or Kroger Carb Master milk. Or just like with the Go for the Gold bar, you could substitute the milk for the Healthwise hot chocolate times 2 for your 2 eating episodes that day. And then your third eating episode would be a 7+2, 1+2, or 4+2. So that's it, you guys. I hope that you will be able to find some amazing meal options for you to do during Shibboleth Hot. Like I said, there's 30 squares, and we are including all wow challenges. So it's a lot of fun. I hope you guys participate. I hope you join us on Shibboleth Hot. Please be encouraging and have fun in our group. Post your pictures of your food. That is one of the best ways for us all to get great ideas, especially new people. They love to see everything that we make. People are going to ask questions. They're going to want to know, where'd you get that bread? Where's this? Where's that? Be encouraging. Be fun. Comment if you can on any post. I'll be there as well to comment and to make sure everyone is doing what they're supposed to be doing, especially the first 2 or 3 days. So if I call you out on something, don't be mad at me. And if it's an honest mistake, you never have to tap out, of course. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video on Shibboleth Hot. And I hope to see you in the Facebook group Getting Hot with Shibboleth. All right. Y'all have a great day.